All right. So so Brenda, I guess you were not here when I explained it. I will answer that question because someone replied and said, "How do you know?" The reason is there's an election on the 1st of November, right? So regardless who wins, there has to be negotiations about, which parties are going to be together to form a government, right? Assuming the Social Democratic Party doesn't win a majority of the seats, which I don't think they will. But anyways, now if that happens and it's a minority government, there needs to be a whole bunch of negotiations. And by the time that's decided, the test would have already been taken. Okay? And they're definitely not going to ask about the old government because it's irrelevant. I don't know if that made any sense, but that's the thinking behind my answer. All right, please join in. Brenda, did that make any sense to you? Please join in so we start, okay? All right, great. I'm gonna do a countdown and we start. This is current affairs, or this is what I think is relevant. And like I said, I'm not the holy grail of current affairs. This is what I think is relevant based on my experience and training, right? Maxwell, the pin is on the screen. So look at the screen, it's there. Okay, so we're gonna start. I'm gonna do a countdown and we start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, the questions will be on nearly Danish. They're not there yet, but they will be. All right, so the question is about which of these political parties became eligible to be elected into the parliament in September 2021. So it's September last year. And the answer is Moderaterna, so Lars Løkke's new party. Okay? This question has been asked before in 2000. This type of question has been asked before in 2019. And that's why it shows up here. And 2019 was an election year. This is an election year as well. That's why I thought it was relevant. And I'll repeat, I am not the holy grail of these current affairs questions. I'm just doing this based on the experience of training and the experience of the exams and the knowledge I have, okay? So please keep an eye out for your own information. And if you find anything that's relevant, post it in the group. All right, moving on to the next one. And by the way, like the title of the Kahoot says, this is only part 1. Next one. All right. Yes, so it's Denmark's Demokraterne. So that's Inger Støjberg's new party. Just give me a sec. Let me make sure these answers are randomized. All right, they are. All right, so same type of question. So in 2019, they asked a question like this 2 times. So if you go back to 2019 and have a look, you'll see it. Moving on to the next one. So Zohal is number 1, Phyllis number 2, Lucy 3, Paul 4, Shelley 5. TCT is the highest climber, up 18 places.
Excellent.
All right, moving on. All right. So the theme of this question is an anniversary. And this year is the 50th anniversary of Queen Margaret II being the queen. 9 people got this wrong. This slightly high probability of coming out, but it was actually in the previous exam, but it was in the history part of the previous exam. This time they could ask the same question, but in the current affairs. Okay, that's why it's in here. Next one. UNICEF. The theme of this is anniversary as well. So an anniversary that's a multiple of 10. Next one. 14 players lost their answer streak of 3. It doesn't matter, okay? So I'm just, giving you an idea of what I think is relevant. But like I said, I'm not the Holy Grail. I need to keep on repeating that. So don't feel bad if you're not getting these right. I'm just showing you what I think is relevant based on the themes that have appeared in the previous exams. Yes, so Niels Bohr was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1922, and this year is the 100th year anniversary of his Nobel Prize, and that was celebrated by the Royal Danish Science Society. Next one. Shelly now at number 1, Shi Yoda at number 2, Zohal 3, TCT, BSB 4 and 5. 9 players reached an answer streak of 4.
Excellent.
We have 10 questions to go. And by the way, the theme there was anniversaries as well. Same as this one. "300 years old." That's how old the castle is. And by the way, bear in mind, there's only 5 current affairs questions. So all of these are just possibilities. And some of them might not even show up. So I'm just covering as much as possible within the themes that are relevant based on the previous exams, okay? All right, so Morten Meldal won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry this year. This is highly likely to show up in the test. The theme of this is Danish people this year. Yes, Faisal. The theme of this is Danish people doing well in either sports, science, or whatever, some kind of endeavor on a worldwide platform. Shi Yoda is now number 1, Simpson number 2, JBL number 3, Panther and SA are number 4 and 5. All right. Me personally, I do not think this is going to be in the test, but it fits the theme of a Danish person doing well on the world stage in sports. That's why it's here. Next one. All right. Essay number one, De Panther 2, Poe 4, no, 3, Shelley 4, and Shiota 5. 3 players lost their answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. We're almost done. Victor Axelsen. So he won the gold medal in the Olympics for badminton, and he did it again. I think this was in Tokyo. Yes, it says that in the question. This is probably not going to show up because he was mentioned in the previous exam, so they're probably going to not mention him again because there's other people that are doing well as well. So next one. All right, so in July, Tour de France started in Denmark. Okay, and the theme of this is some kind of world-renowned event happening in Denmark. Next one. All right, Jonas Vingegaard won Tour de France. This is highly likely to show up because I don't think any Dane has ever won Tour de France as well. All right, Holger Rune, he won something? Okay, I'll put that in part 2. Okay, we're almost done. I don't think this is going to show up, but it fits a theme, and I'll talk about that when you guys are done answering. All right, his name is Måns Palle, and he was a boxing promoter, and he died this year in August. It fits the theme of famous dead people. He is actually Denmark's most famous boxing promoter. All right, next one. Thanks, Zohal. Also famous dead people. Famous dead people. Is this likely to show up? I don't think so, but it fits the theme of famous dead people. Okay, next one. 2 questions to go and we're done. All right. Yes, so this guy was one of Denmark's most successful boxers. And he was also promoted by the other guy that just died, and he died this year as well. So this fits the theme of famous dead people. All right, so last question. All right, same thing. Famous dead people. This one, I'd say, out of all the dead people, this one is actually the most likely to show up in the test, but we'll see. Zohal, you mentioned Holger Runa. Please, can you post that in the group and use the hashtag current affairs NOV 2022, okay? All right, so let's have a look at the podium. DSB, 12 out of 15. Zohal, 12 out of 15. And of course, who? TCT, 12 out of 15. Shioda and Simpson,